What's up, everybody? It's Omega from Omega's Gaming. Here to bring you another build. Today we're going to do the Sorcerer. I haven't played a ton of Sorcerer on the PC. I played a lot on Xbox, and it was mostly a pet build back in the day when they said it couldn't be done. But I have a nice little build here. I think it's going to be good for the next patch. Um, so let's go ahead and get into the sets that I'm running. So I am running 5 pieces of Shacklebreaker. Shacklebreaker is really good. There's a toss-up between this and Amberplasm. Amberplasm does give you more recovery, but this gives you more max magicka and stamina for that little bit more damage and dodge roll that you might need. I feel that I have enough regen without the Amberplasm, so I went with Shacklebreaker. Plus, it's way easier to get, and it works just as good, just depending on your playstyle. Right now, the other 5 piece I'm using is Spinners. I think this set is going to go through the roof in price pretty soon, with a nerf that's coming to your sharpened staffs and weapons and all of that. I think Spinners and Spriggan is going to get very, very expensive. So I'm running a 5 piece of this. Running the sharpened Maelstrom Inferno staff. I will continue to run this in the next patch, even though Sharpen's getting nerfed because of the 189 spell damage. It's about the same as using 2 swords. So it's 100% worth it. And on my back bar, I'm just using the Maelstrom Resto staff because it's defending, and I always run defending on my back bar. I have most of my stuff infused. Let's see, head, shoulder, chest, legs are all infused. And then I have 3 pieces of InPen. I know InPen doesn't work on shields, but it does work when shields are down. And you're not always going to have your shields up. I mean, technically you should, but there's that chance. So that's you know, that makes sense. I don't have all my Undaunted passives and things like that, but I have 38,000 magicka right now. The health is kind of low, 19,000. Usually want 20 or above, but I haven't really seen a problem with it. My spell pen right now is insane, 14,000. That is ridiculous, which is probably why they're going to nerf it anyways. But it's only going to go down by about 3k, so I'm still going to have over 10,000 spell pen in the next patch, and I think that's going to make a big difference. When I buff and take a potion, I'm at 2206 magic recovery. So like I said, you know, Amberplasm would take this to 27, 28, maybe more. But that's honestly just not necessary, and you would drop quite a bit of max magicka. Let's see, 28, 21 on the spell damage. Kind of wish it was 3k, but if I made a couple pieces gold, I could plop it up there, no problem. Defense-wise, you know, front bar is always shitty, but back bar is pretty good, 14 and 12, you know, with shields and everything. There's a couple other ways that I would run this. I'm currently trying to get willpower rings. I've never actually gotten them, but I would run the Shacklebreaker, 3 willpower, and then a monster set. Everybody is constantly talking about what is it? The Pirate Skeleton being nerfed. It really wasn't nerfed. Not to the point of it being unusable. It's still fantastic. So I would either use this or Engine Guardian with that combo. But right now I'm running this, and it works really well. When I get a Crystal Frag to go off, it's a 16,361, which is good, and a 13k explosion here with a 13 and 13. So, you know, when you get all of that stuff buffed up, I mean, you can, it does damage. It definitely does damage. And then you got to remember, with all that spell pen, you're really taking a shit ton of damage. Now with food, I went with the Witch Mother's Potent Brew to help me. That's why my magic recovery is so high. And you see you're still able to get max magicka Now, if you look, I don't even have this maxed out yet, Inner Light, and my Mage's Guild is only 2. So I don't have, Meteor, which would bring this up, because I'm pretty sure there's a passive in here that, um, yeah, it brings your max magic up. I know it would be another 2% once I pop this in there. So, I'd be at 40, 41 once everything is maxed out. So you can run with this setup the Witch Mother's Potent Brew, and I also run the um, Atronach. Um, once this is also going to get buffed because it's like 198 right now. I think it's going to go up to like 250 or something like that in the next patch. So I'll have even more. I'll have like 2k base uh, recovery without you know my shield or my potion. So it's going to put me at 23, 24, maybe even 2500 magic recovery when I need it. So like I said, this is a fantastic alternative to the normal amber plasm, and I have enough sustain, and I have a lot of penetration. Um, on my front bar, it's kind of the normal setup. Sorcerer doesn't really change that much. Crushing Shock, Crystal Frag, Fury, Inner Light for obvious reasons, Haunting, and then I'm running Dawnbreaker until I get my Mage's Guild up. Back bar, I have Empowering Ward so I can get that recovery, because it's all about that recovery. I'm running Dampen. People said, "Oh, don't run Dampen." I mean, it's a 10k shield in, I mean, 9.998 just for that shield in PvP. So whatever. Like, you can say that it sucks if you want to, but it really doesn't. Then I'm running Healing Word, obviously, because it's amazing. I use this as an escape. I am going to morph it to the one that absorbs projectiles. Um, and then I run Power Surge. Now, the reason I run Power Surge is because it gives me that healing. But once I get my Mage's Guild up, you don't have to have that on your front bar to like structure entropy into your Crystal Frag. You can just pop Inner Light. And Inner Light also brings people from stealth, so it gives you more versatility. And all you really have to do is pop this and throw your Crystal Frag, and it does the exact same thing. It's still in powers. That was changed a long time ago. Let's go into CP. 40 into Warlord, because break free is a pain. 75, 75. Trying to keep them, as close to the lowest percentage as possible. 9, just for tumbling, because I do dodge roll. 51, 75, 3, just because I had extra. 81, because this buffs your Haunting Curse and Crystal Frag more than anything. 23 to get 10% out of there. This is my crit resist, a little bit of crit resist. 10%, 10%. And then, obviously, for my shields, because I stack shields. My crit resist is 1568, which honestly is plenty. You don't really need much more than that. So, we've got... So we went through gear, CP. Beyond that, it's a really good setup. I'm going to be doing a lot of testing on the Magic Sorcerer. It's a really good class that I haven't done as much PvPing as like the Templar or the DK, but I'm having a lot of success with this, and the gear is pretty easily obtainable. And I suggest you get a hold of that Spinners before it just goes absolutely bonkers. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and give me some ideas for things that you might want to see, whether you want some like montage videos with the sorcerer or different things like that. Those are things that I can start creating if it's something that you guys want to see. All right, thank you very much.